All right, what's up everybody? So real quick, you guys are going to see a video from me that you are not used to seeing, but I want to try something a little bit new and just see how it adds to the channel. So I'm gonna cut a friend of mine's hair and I'm gonna be doing so using two clippers and trimmers. Oh, you know what? Let me grab one more thing. So I'm also going to be adding the Babyliss FX3 as well as the TPOB shaver, okay? So FX3 trimmer, TPOB single foil shaver there, okay? And then along with those, I will be using two machines from AliExpress, okay? So it's going to be the MADESHOW trimmer, okay? So with this MADESHOW trimmer, works really well, okay? As you guys can see, it comes with a charging dock. Love this trimmer, okay? Nothing but good things to say about it. And then I'm also using this MADESHOW trimmer here, or I'm sorry, clipper. All right, also comes with a charging dock, okay? Comes with the click lever, okay? Has 2 speeds. All right, very good machine. Love this machine. This also comes with 8 premium guards. The guards are amazing, okay? I might do an unboxing for you guys later, but just wanted to show you guys that. But yeah, so, all right guys, I'm about to do the haircut. I'll walk you guys through what I'm doing, and you guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned something. All right. All right, y'all, what's good? This is Anime Love, and this is a haircut. So this is a young man who I cut from time to time. He's growing his hair out right now, so he's just getting the sides tapered and a lineup. Okay, so here you see me starting off with the MADESHOW trimmer, and we're just balding it out right there. Okay, now when you go and you bald it out, you also want to make sure that you're creating a certain shape on that temple area there, okay? Always make sure that you comb through, get those hairs to lay down, okay? And then I'm going in with the TPOB shaver, and I'm getting it to the skin right there, okay? So we do some more combing, and now I'm using the MADESHOW clipper. We got the lever all the way closed to get it as close as possible. Now you might not notice it, but I actually, I changed the lever to midway. I'm left-handed, so you probably won't see me change the lever level that much. It's kind of a sleight of hand kind of deal, but we're taking it up a notch. There we go, I changed the lever length. Now the lever is all the way open. Okay, we're taking it a little bit higher. Okay, now we're starting to approach over the ear area there. Now what you'll see, a lot of barbers, they won't fade or taper beyond that point, but I will actually move the ear out the way, and I will continue the tapering or the fading even beyond the ear area there. So as you can see, we're starting to get that fade, but we got to get that hard line out of there, right? So now I'm going in with the half guard, okay, and I believe the half guard is midway there. And as you can see, I'm starting to take it a little bit over that ear area there, because you want that taper to be continuous. You don't want it to have a harsh stop, okay? Now from time to time, you probably won't notice it, but I will switch the blade to the lever all the way closed to get a little bit of a closer cut there. And as you can see, we are starting to get that line out. It's getting pushed up a little bit higher, but it's coming out, okay? And what we're gonna do is and one thing you're gonna notice is I'm continuously combing the hair down, okay? And that's because you want to make sure you're getting all of those hairs and you're not building up a block of hair that's going to stick around later when you're done with that taper, okay? All right, and the gentleman you're seeing over there on the side, that's his father. We're just kind of hanging out and talking while I'm cutting his hair. You know, just the typical stuff you would do, you know, at a barbershop, but we're doing this from my home because I just cut a few friends from home. Okay, so now I'm going in with the one guard. I believe the one guard is, I want to say the lever is about halfway open there, okay? But I will switch from lever being all the way closed to midway to all the way open, and that's how I'm gonna finish up that taper slash temple fade there. Okay, so as you can see, that blend is coming in real nicely. Okay, it's starting to make its way to being done there. And now I'm starting to get the top of the hair, starting to get that ready. So we're switching over to the back of the head. We're gonna start tapering that. As you can see, I switched to the MADESHOW trimmer. And man, these MADESHOW trimmers are really nice, guys. They came, I didn't even have to adjust them at all. They came perfectly adjusted, essentially. They're not too close to the point to where you got to worry about hurting a client, but they're not too dull either to the point to where you feel like, you know, you have to adjust them to get a nice line up in there and get it close to the skin. So we're just getting it prepared there. I go in with the TPOB, I believe. Oh no, okay, so yeah, we just got the MADESHOW clipper there. And again, I'm starting off, you know, at the closest point, the lever all the way closed, and then we work our way up. And I do apologize, guys. One thing you guys will notice with this video is there's a lot of moving going on, and that's because the camera is my phone, which is attached to a chest harness that I have, which is holding the phone. This is my first time doing a video like this, so I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to approach it. I will do it differently next time, where I have the camera stationary, but yeah, you're just, you know, it's not too bad. I think I got enough in here that's gonna show you guys a lot of the process. Again, I'm opening up the lever to the point to where it's almost all the way open, and then eventually we will switch over to the half guard. Now, again, there's some points where I'm doing this taper where the camera will go a little bit lower, and that's just because I wasn't quite aware of, you know, how high I had to have the camera, okay? But as you can see, the fade is going pretty nicely. It kind of comes out, gets out of frame there. But one thing you do notice, even with it being out of frame, is you notice the flick of the wrist is always there, okay? When you're doing a taper or fade, you always got to make sure you have that flick of the wrist going. All right, that's what's going to help you achieve that, that taper and fade-like look there. Okay, so you see we're getting a little bit higher up on it, so we start to move the ear out the way so that that fade can almost connect with the fade or taper that's going on right over the ear there, okay? So they're gonna just ever so slightly connect those two tapers, okay? And man, this MADESHOW clipper, guys, it works and performs so well. It's got two speeds. I usually always keep it on the second speed. I almost never use the first speed, but the power in this motor is really, really good. Really good. Okay. And right now we're just doing that detail work, man. We're just putting in the final work that we need to make sure that that fade in the back has a nice transition from skin to hair bulk there. Okay. All right, so yeah, you guys see, as you guys can see, I got a nice little setup there. Again, it's just to cut a few friends' hair, nothing crazy. Me and the dad, you know, just talking about personal stuff. you know, just shooting the shit while the young man gets cleaned up. And as you can see, because he's growing his hair out, his hair is starting to curl up really well, and that's what he's wanting. But in order to achieve this fade the best way possible, I have to make sure that that hair is laying down in the direction that it's supposed to, okay? So now there we are going in with the trimmer, getting it real close to the skin. Again, we're also being conscious of the shape that makes, okay? We want that shape to be there too. Going in with the TPOB shaver. You know, that single foil shaver from TPOB, man, I've got no complaints about it. It's a really good single foil shaver. Seems pretty powerful. I have no complaints whatsoever. Pretty good shaver, and it's definitely affordable. You know, I think it's about $20 cheaper than the single foil shaver that you can get from you know, Stylecraft or Gamma or whatever. So TPOB is definitely a good alternative for slightly cheaper tools that work really well. Okay, so we're just repeating the same steps for the right side of the temple. Okay, starting with the lever all the way closed with no guard, working our way up to the lever all the way open, making sure that we follow through even beyond the ear. As you guys can see, I pushed the earlobe down, or not the earlobe, but the ear, top of the ear down. Okay. And as you guys can see, this young man is a great canvas. He's solid as a rock. You know, probably just listening to the conversation that me and his pops are having, you know, because some of it could be educational for future reference. But we're getting the young man nice and cleaned up there. Okay, now as you guys can see there, that's that hard line. And when I do that, guys, I'm switching over to switch guards or grab another tool there, because remember, the camera is attached to my chest, so it kind of moves with me. Okay, so as you can see, we're making sure that we continue that fade over the ear, over the top of the ear there. Okay, got a nice flick of the wrist going on. Okay, it's coming together nicely, and we're just slowly getting that hard line out there. And as you can see, I'm connecting that temple fade with the back there. Got to make sure all of that blends in real nicely together. Okay. I do apologize, guys, while we're watching this. I apologize for any of the background not looking like a professional, but again, I am doing this at my home. This is just, you know, me hanging out with friends, you know, cutting their hair. I don't run a business out of my home or anything like that. It's just me, you know, kind of keeping my skills sharpened and, you know, just hanging out. So you're not going to see, you know, what you would traditionally see in a barbershop, because this is not a barbershop. This is my home. All right. So we're continuing to get that harsh line out. Now on the right side, it's a little bit trickier than the left side. And sometimes you'll run into that with certain clients. Like sometimes the direction of the hair will be a little different from the other side. Like I noticed with his right side, a lot of his hair wanted to keep going in a different direction as the left side. So you have to do a lot of combing to get it to go the right direction. And sometimes you have to change the direction of the clipper to make sure you're cutting it, getting that blend in there real nice. Okay, so as you can see, it is coming along. We are slowly but surely getting that line out of there. Okay. And as I'm getting that line out of there, again, you're not seeing it because it's almost like a sleight of hand, but I am adjusting the lever of the blade, okay? That's located on the left-hand side of the clipper, okay? So I am adjusting that, and I am making those minor details. So as you guys can see, we pretty much got that taper in there really well. So now I believe it's time for us to start doing that line up there, okay? And I believe we're gonna start with the the back of the hair there. We're gonna make sure that gets nice and sharp. Okay. Now, one thing you guys will notice is after we do the lineup, which I'm gonna make sure the lineup is nice and sharp. Okay, but what we're gonna do after the lineup is we are going to add some enhancements. Okay, now I barely add enhancements. Okay, so it's not going to be a huge difference, just enough to make that lineup stick out a little bit better. Okay, but as you can see, we're just doing light taps. When you do a lineup, guys, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of barbers, they will push down really hard to put in a super sharp line. You don't have to do that, guys.
Gotcha. My nigga, the clippers is sharp. They sharp. Brother, it's burning me, my nigga. Come on, bro. Shit burning me, bro. It's cutting me, my nigga. The shit is sharp. Look, yo. Come on, my nigga. The shit sharp, bro. Like, for real, that shit cutting me, my nigga.
Just lightly tap it. As you guys saw there, I just went in with the TPOB shaver afterwards to get it even closer to the skin. Now we're on the left side of the head, and we're about to line up the back part of that. Okay. Okay, light taps, making sure we don't hurt the skin, you know, making sure that he doesn't get any cuts, making sure it's not uncomfortable for him. As you guys can see, he's not making any faces. You don't see his forehead, you know, squinting or anything like that. He's perfectly comfortable, okay? And that's how you want them to be. You make sure that you move that ear out the way, get the hair around the ear, make sure that's nice and sharp. Okay, all right, so we put that down. Going back to that TPOB shaver, man, as you guys can see, I use that a lot. Okay, that makes sure that it gets nice and clean, real nice and clean. Man, it's starting to look good. And again, that's just me and the dad. We're just talking, man. We're having a real in-depth conversation. I really enjoyed them coming by. I had a really good time cutting the young man's hair. I love talking with his dad. His dad is very knowledgeable. He has a lot of wisdom, seems to be doing very well. So I try to listen to what he has to say, and I share my experiences. And I feel like, you know, we kind of, I don't want to say, well, yeah, I guess I could say bond. Now here, I want you guys to notice how gentle I moved his head, okay? One thing I notice with a lot of barbers is when they want to adjust the position of someone's head, they'll grab their head very sternly and they'll roughly move it. You don't have to do all that, guys. All you got to do is just gently, you know, tilt their head, and you know they're gonna follow through. There's no need to be rough with them, okay? Again, you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable or like, you know, you're an asshole, okay? So as you guys can see, we're starting on that lineup. Now, as you guys can see, I'm barely going across the outer edge of it, and that's how you go about it to make sure that you don't push it back, to make sure that you're just cleaning up the outer edge, making sure that that shape is staying in that form that you want it to stay in. Because remember, we're going to clean it up with the straight razor, and we're also going to make it stand out and pop out more with those enhancements, okay? So no need to go too hard, and as you guys can see, again, light taps. Those are light taps, okay?
Don't worry about it, you're still in good shape. All you gotta do is just tap it in. Just tap it in now.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
You don't want to push down too hard. We don't need him having a scab going across his lineup because he's been cut. Now, I did switch over to the FX3. The FX3 is a little bit sharper than that MADESHOW trimmer, okay? But even though, with it being even sharper, I have to be even more careful, and I have to tap even better, okay? I barely grazed that thing across the temple there because those are really sharp. A lot of people who have FX3s, Babyliss FX3s, know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, unfortunately, guys, this part was a little bit out of frame, and I do apologize for that, but we're just working on that arch there. And once I get done working on that and I pull up, you guys will see how sharp and crisp that is. And we're just gliding by. Man, look at that, guys. Look at how crispy that's getting. Oh my goodness, that looks good. That looks really good. It's starting to look very nice and sharp. Boy, he almost ready. All right, now this time it's in frame, so that's good. So with that there, guys, you kind of just use the side of the head to help you keep your balance, okay? Some people don't have to do that. You don't have to use leverage, and that's okay. Okay, look, he like, man, I wish this nigga would stop talking.
Get your man. Who's better? Get your boy. Who's better than Kobe?
I can name
Who's
like
better than Kobe?
16 niggas right now.
Tracy McGrady.
Hell no. What are you talking
Tracy
about?
McGrady ain't Cole?
You are wilding.
Tracy McGrady
Prime
ain't Cole?
Kobe could be anybody. Anybody. He could be anybody.
I bet he can't beat LeBron.
Oh, nigga, what?
LeBron is the greatest in the world. LeBron is the greatest in the world. LeBron is the greatest in the world.
LeBron is just big. Kobe can do it all.
Yeah,
Kobe can do
except
anything.
pass the ball. Oh, God! Yo, you're right.
And cut my hair, because again, me and his dad is talking, so he's like, man, stop talking. Just, hey, cut my hair, dog. Cut my hair.
Yo, cut my fucking hair.
Oh.
Cut my hair. I have somewhere to fucking be, man. Fuck.
Bro, cut my hair. All right, so we're starting to work on that right hand side now. Okay, starting to get that line up fully developed. Okay, again, light taps, nothing too crazy. I'm sorry again, guys, not all of it is in frame. I do apologize for that. I will be better about the next video. I will do the next video a little bit different to where everything will be in full frame. Okay, all right, so we're working on that arch there, making sure that's nice and crispy, nice and smooth. That's one of the most important things, you know. You want that arch to be very smooth in contouring to the shape of the head, okay? So you can't do it the same on everybody because everybody's head shape is a little bit different. Again, it's starting to get very nice and crispy, but it's gonna really start to pop when we add those enhancements because his hair is still pretty short, so it's not quite as dark as it's going to be once it's fully grown out to the mini fro that he wants, okay? All right, so there I'm starting to add the enhancements into the airbrush gun. Okay, we're twisting it on there, nothing too crazy. Okay. Man, as you guys can tell, me and the dad, we having an in-depth conversation. All right. So you're gonna notice as I'm applying this enhancements, I'm just barely putting any on there. Barely putting any on there, guys. Again, sorry, it's a little bit of it is out of frame, but okay, so we barely put any on there, just enough to make it pop. We're not trying to paint his hairline on there, okay? A lot of barbers need to stop doing that. All right, so we're starting to put that in there real good. All right, see, just barely put a little bit of that spray on there. Okay, now we're just getting the sides of the backs, trying to make those pop out a little bit more. All right, now we're putting that headrest on. Okay, we're gonna have them lean back, and then we're gonna really make that pop out even more by hitting them with the straight razor, okay? That straight razor is just gonna clean up all those little stragglers, you know, that are too close to the skin for the clippers to get, or the trimmers, excuse me. Okay. Okay, and again, you gotta make sure that you're using it very smooth like. You don't wanna create any cuts. Okay, when your client is done with his haircut, you want his skin to be as smooth as a baby's bottom, man. You don't want any scratches or cuts. All right, so we're just going over it one more time to make sure that there's no stragglers, make sure it's nice and clean. As you guys can see, that is a beautiful lineup. Okay, still looks very natural. It looks great. Look at that, man. Oh, he's ready. Bro, look at that. That is clean. So that's it, man. That's the haircut. Okay, that's what it looks like after. As you guys can see, very cleaned up, very sharp. Hairline's popping. God, look at that taper, bro. That taper clean, bro. That shit clean. Yeah, he ready. Yeah, oh, straight lineup too. Yeah, he ready. Whoo, it's clean. All right, guys, there you have it, man. That's it. Thank you for watching.